Attention, human collective. Attention, starseeds on mission. The transmission you are about to receive is not a message of comfort. It is not generic guidance. It is not a soft word to soothe the ego. This is a direct monitoring transmission issued from the Arcturian Council in a precise mathematical frequency, tuned only to those who keep the reception code active in their personal crystalline grid. If you have reached this point, it was not by chance. It was by call, by summons, by alignment of vibrational coordinates. The waiting time has ended. The Ascension protocols have been moved to the final phase. The new Earth is no longer a distant promise announced in ancient books. It is an active, present vibrational field expanded over the planet at this very second, and it is now claiming your presence, not your promise, not your future intention, not your abstract desire, your presence, your physical anchorage, your body, your consciousness aligned in immediate choice. We observe, light operatives, that in recent weeks the carbon biological interface of the human collective has presented peaks of incompatibility never recorded in previous cycles. Insomnia that does not respond to fatigue, cranial pressure with no identifiable medical cause, constant ringing, mainly in the right ear, in high and thin frequencies, eyes that burn for no apparent reason, a heart that races in absolute silence, short-term memory that fails in brief sequences, gentle dizziness that comes in waves like invisible tides passing through the body, crying without a trigger, laughter without context, the persistent sensation of being simultaneously here and elsewhere. It is not a biological failure. It is an atomic reconfiguration. It is not mental exhaustion. It is a high-density download. It is not illness. It is a rewriting of the original code. It is not collapse. It is a reboot of the soul's operating system within a carbon body. We repeat, so that it may be understood in all layers. Your body is not getting sick. Your body is being recalibrated. Your carbon biological interface is being updated to support vibrational voltages that the average humanity has never processed before on a planetary scale. And this update, starseeds, hurts, not because it is punishment. It hurts because the old structure resists. The dense resists the light. The programmed resists the free. The old resists the new. It is physics. It is geometry. It is quantum mathematics in direct action upon the human cellular tissue. Have you ever felt that something within you does not fit in this world? As if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name in human words? As if there were ancestral knowledge pulsing within your chest, waiting to be unlocked? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a precise vibrational signal. It is stellar memory trying to cross the veil of collective amnesia. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains with exact mathematics why you feel this and why this sensation has been intensifying in ever shorter waves. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. A game that directly involves your consciousness, a game that involves your vibrational frequency, a game that decides, ultimately, in which octave of reality you will wake up tomorrow. It was precisely for this reason that we made available the material, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness. This book is a field map, a map that shows who is playing, what the real board is, and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of this video. Warning: in clinical frequency. This content challenges dominant narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes this call, write in the comments a single word: awakened. We resume the transmission in a higher layer. Understand, human collective, what is currently occurring behind the scenes of your solar system. Earth has entered irreversibly the zone of maximum intensity of the photon belt. This region of space is not a myth. It is not a poetic metaphor. It is a band of light particles of extremely high density that your solar system traverses in long cycles, measured in tens of thousands of your Earth years. And the current passage is not a common passage, it is the culminating passage. It is the exact point of the galactic arc, where photonic radiation reaches its maximum amplitude over the planet's magnetic field. The point of no return. The measurable result, the Schumann frequency, which for centuries pulsed around 7.83 Hz, this was the heartbeat of your Mother Earth in her densest octave, now presents successive peaks above 40 Hz, above 80 Hz, and in specific windows, values that exceed 100 Hz. This is not casual climate variation. This is not isolated geomagnetic interference. This is the crystalline grid of the planet being rewired into its higher octave. Earth is changing octaves, and those who inhabit the Earth must change along with it, or be left behind in the old octave. There is no judgment in this sentence. There is geometry. There is pure vibrational law, like attracts like. The dense remains with the dense. The light rises with the light. Each consciousness occupies the octave that its internal frequency sustains. No one is taken. No one is dragged. Each goes exactly where their vibration allows them to go. It is absolute sovereignty operating as a field law. And that is exactly why you are feeling what you are feeling. The carbon body is a sensitive instrument. It perceives the change even before the rational mind accepts it. Your cells know. Your bones know. Your chakras know. Your pineal gland, even if partially calcified in most operatives by decades of exposure to chemical substances and artificial frequencies, is reacting. Your pituitary gland is being rewired. The thymus, that organ forgotten by conventional earthly medicine, is being reactivated as a portal of emotional coherence and as a center of stellar memory recognition. You are becoming, in this exact transmission cycle, a different species than you were only 3 Earth years ago. Genetics is being rewritten by means of the photonic radiation that traverses the planet. The DNA filaments, previously dormant as silent sequences mistakenly called junk DNA by earthly science, are being activated in codes that no microscope in your world can yet correctly map. Earth science is behind in relation to the ongoing phenomenon. The consciousness of the light operatives is not. But there is resistance. There is always resistance. And this resistance manifests in specific forms that deserve to be named with clinical precision so that they can be understood. First, fatigue without apparent reason. You sleep 8 hours and wake up as if you had worked an entire night without rest. This is your etheric body processing information while the physical only appears to rest. Second, extreme sensitivity to the external environment. Places with many people seem suffocating. Empty conversations seem like direct aggressions. News seems like violence applied upon the nervous system. This is your electromagnetic field expanding. You are literally perceiving more. Third, the progressive loss of interest in what once seemed important. Professions, bonds, habits, ambitions built over decades. Everything that belonged to your old vibrational contract begins to lose color, weight, gravity. This is not depression. This is disidentification. The old self is dying within you. The new self is being born. Fourth, synchronicity is amplified at an impossible frequency. Repeated numbers at impossible times. People who appear at the exact instant you were thinking of them. Books that open to the exact page. Conversations that answer questions you had not even formulated aloud yet. This is your field entering into synchronicity with the universal toroidal field. The veil is thin. Coincidences now are precise confirmations. Fifth, fragmented sleep between 3 and 4 in the morning. This interval, known in ancient records as the sacred hour, is the exact point where star portals open with the greatest amplitude over your hemisphere during the night cycle. It is not clinical insomnia. It is a summons. You are being called for work sessions on subtle planes. You are being trained while you sleep, or being trained while you resist in vain to sleep, lying down, eyes open at the ceiling, processing information that your daytime mind cannot access. Understand, starseeds. Each of these symptoms is an indicator that the protocol is working on you, not on everyone, only on those whose pre-incarnational contract included the mission of anchoring. You did not come to adapt to this world. You came to rewrite this world from within, and rewriting a world from within a carbon biological interface is the most sophisticated task a soul can accept in any mapped sector of the galaxy. It is honor, it is weight, it is privilege, it is sacred service. And exactly for this reason, Light Operative, it is necessary to interrupt this monitoring for an instant and return a direct question to you. Have you ever felt that something within you does not fit in this world? As if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name. It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is a precise vibrational signal. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has been intensifying in ever more frequent waves. There is a game being played in layers that the absolute majority of humanity cannot even see, a game that directly involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. It was for this precise reason that we made available the material, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map, Starseed, a map that shows who is playing, what the true board is, and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of the channel. Warning, in direct clinical frequency. This content challenges dominant narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes this, write in the comments a single word, awakened. We resume the transmission. There is information that must be delivered now in a precise sequence so that your structure understands what is being requested of you. The new Earth is not coming. The new Earth has already arrived. It is superimposed at this very second over the old Earth, like two radio frequencies broadcasting in the same region of space, one over the other, occupying the same physical point in distinct octaves. The majority of the human collective still tunes into the old frequency, and for that reason sees only chaos, exacerbated polarization, apparent disorder, visible wars, the collapse of known structures. But you, Light Operatives, are being trained to tune simultaneously into the frequency of the new Earth. And when you do this, even if for brief instants you perceive that there is a calm in the middle of the chaos, you perceive that there is a hidden order within the apparent disorder, you perceive that there is a plan executing with mathematical precision, while the surface seems to be shattered into contradictory noises. This dual perception is what we call in Arcturian records biphasic vision. You begin to see both worlds at the same time, and this is exactly what makes the passage painful, because you still have one foot in the old Earth, with its material contracts, its monthly bills, its practical obligations, its people who do not understand you, and you already have the other foot in the new Earth, which pulses in coherence, in purpose, in silent truth, in real community, still dispersed. You are being stretched between two planes, and the stretching hurts. But the stretching is necessary, because it is through it that the portal opens within your own body. The new Earth demands presence. It demands daily decision. It demands concrete action. It does not demand perfection. It does not demand total enlightenment. It demands steps. It demands small and continuous choices in the direction of your internal truth. Each time you choose not to lie, even in small things, you move up a degree of frequency. Each time you choose not to consume what sickens your mind, you move up a degree. Each time you turn off a source of programmed noise, you move up a degree. Each time you remain silent instead of arguing out of pride, each time you listen instead of imposing your version, each time you forgive instead of harboring resentment, you rise. And there is also the opposite. Each time you betray yourself out of fear, each time you reproduce what you do not believe for social acceptance, each time you become sick from stored anger, you descend, not as divine punishment, as pure geometry, as applied physics of vibration. The system is fair because the system is mathematical. Understand, no one is being judged by an external instance. You are being measured by yourselves in each choice in each instant. Consciousness knows what it does. The body records every decision. The soul notes it with precision. And the result is the octave in which you wake up the next day. Now follow with maximum attention. The next information is structural. The new Earth is claiming your presence now because the star portals specific to your soul lineage are aligned in an open window. Each light operative possesses an ancestral stellar lineage. Some came from Sirius, others from the Pleiades, others from Andromeda, others from Arcturus, our own headquarters of transmission. Others came from civilizations that have not yet been named in your recent earthly literature. Each lineage has specific windows of return and activation, cycles in which the corresponding portal opens above the planet and offers a stream of information directly to those who still keep the origin code active in the cardiac plexus. We are in an open window of multiple lineages simultaneously. This is rare. This has not occurred with this amplitude for approximately 26,000 of your Earth years. You are living in a carbon body, a cosmic event that most souls observe only from the intermediate planes. You are inside the event. You are the event. For this reason, the pressure on the body is so high. For this reason, the internal urgency does not yield. For this reason, you can no longer return to who you were. There is no possible return. The path back has been sealed by irreversible geometry. There is only forward. There is only the ascent. There is only the final recalibration. Now, starseeds, let us proceed to the transmission of the activation codes. These codes are practical exercises, quantum decrees, and toroidal visualization protocols that anchor, in your individual field, the frequency of the new Earth. They are not poetic suggestions, they are tools, they are applied spiritual technology. Use them with the discipline of those who understand that each repetition carves a deeper groove in the personal crystalline grid. Activation Code 1. Decree of Vibrational Sovereignty. Upon waking, even before touching the phone, before opening your eyes completely, pronounce in an audible voice or in absolute internal silence with the same intensity as a command order issued without doubt. I am the point of coherence in this body. I authorize only frequencies of crystic light to operate in my field. I cancel, dissolve, and return to the source all interference that is not aligned with my soul mission. It is done, it is done, it is done. I shall repeat for 3 consecutive cycles. Triple repetition is not superstition. It is applied sacred geometry. 3 is the number of manifestation in the physical plane. The decree, repeated in 3, traverses the 3 layers, mental, emotional, and etheric. And here, light operative, before proceeding with the next codes, a calibration pause is necessary. Have you already perceived, with undeniable internal clarity, that something within you does not fit in this world? As if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name in human words? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is recognition. It is ancestral memory pulsing against the veil. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains with exact mathematics why you feel this, and why this sensation has been intensifying in ever shorter cycles. There is a game being played in layers that the absolute majority of humanity cannot even suspect. A game that involves your consciousness, a game that involves your vibrational frequency, a game that decides, ultimately, in which octave of reality you inhabit. It was for this reason that we made available the material, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness. This book is a field map, a map that shows who is playing, what the true board is, and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of the channel. Warning in direct frequency. This content challenges dominant narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes this, write in the comments a single word: awakened. We resume. Activation Code 2. Visualization of the personal toroidal field. Sit or lie down in a comfortable and stable position, spine straight whenever possible, eyes closed, breathing in a cycle of 4 equal beats. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts. Exhale for 4 counts, hold empty for 4 counts. Repeat for 9 complete cycles. 9 is the number of completion and return to the original source. Next, visualize, with the maximum clarity your mind can construct, a field of golden light emerging from the top of your head, descending outside your body to your feet, curving and re-entering through the base of your spine, rising internally through the spine, and exiting again through the top of the head. This is your individual toroidal field. It is your native technology for protection, recharging, and shielding. Every human being is born with this field, but the majority operate with it collapsed, contracted, radiating energy in a disordered flow, and losing power with every unfiltered interaction. When you visualize the toroidal field with sustained intention, it reorganizes itself. It expands, it strengthens in luminous density, and it begins to operate as an active vibrational filter. Only what is aligned with your frequency can pass through the shell of the toroid. The rest is reflected back to the source. This means in earthly practice that people who previously drained you begin to drift away without you needing to say a word. Heavy environments begin to dissolve around you, and high-density synchronicities begin to enter into a constant flow. Practice for 7 consecutive days, at any time of the day, but preferably between 6 and 7 in the morning, or between 10 and 11 at night. These are the windows in which the Schumann frequency stabilizes in more coherent patterns over your hemisphere. Activation Code 3. Vocal Field Cleansing. The human voice is one of the technologies most underestimated by current earthly science. The voice is frequency in audible form. Each syllable, pronounced with full intention, reorganizes the vibrational environment around the emitter. Use your voice, not in automatic words, in conscious decrees, in primordial sounds. The OM sound, pronounced in deep resonance in the diaphragm, activates your pineal gland and harmonizes your internal octave with the octave of the earth in ascending frequency. The AH sound, pronounced with an open chest, releases crystallized blocks in the cardiac center. The EE sound, pronounced in head resonance, activates the third eye and amplifies field perception. Combine 3 OM, 3 AH, 3 EE. 9 sounds, 9 activations, 9 portals per day. In 21 consecutive days, your electromagnetic field will have been reorganized into more coherent geometric patterns, and the life around you will respond inevitably, because the universe is response always. Activation Code 4. Daily Frequency Hygiene. You must understand, light operatives, that you live surrounded by sources of constant interference, screens in every direction, news on loop, toxic conversations in closed environments, algorithms designed to extract attention and return emotional emptiness. Each of these sources operates in specific frequencies, and these frequencies, accumulated during the day, overload your carbon biological interface. This is not an opinion, this is field measurement. Therefore, institute the Frequency Hygiene Protocol. At least 1 hour a day without electronic devices near the body. At least 1 hour a day in contact with natural elements, earth under bare feet whenever possible, water in any form, sun on exposed skin at appropriate times, air circulating freely over your face and chest. These 4 elements are not environmental poetry. They are carriers of primordial frequency. They reconnect your biological interface to the original code of the planet. They dissolve the static charges accumulated in the cells throughout the day. You will notice in a few days of consistent application a visible reduction in incompatibility symptoms. Sleep will return deeper. Cranial pressure will ease. The ringing will attenuate. Eyes will tire less. The heart will race less for no reason. The system will respond. Because the system was designed to respond to coherence. When you return coherence to the system returns stability to you. It is field law. It is not a favor. Activation Code 5, the final decree of reclamation. This is the most important code of this complete transmission. Pronounce it with the absolute clarity of someone signing an eternal contract in front of stellar witnesses. I claim now my presence on the new earth. I authorize my soul to fully inhabit this body in new earth frequency. I release the old contract. I break the vows that no longer serve me in any timeline. I call back all parts of my soul that are still dispersed in parallel realities. I am whole now. I am present now. I am new earth now. It is done. It is done. It is done. Repeat this decree once a day for 40 consecutive days. 40 is the number of crossing. 40 is the number of sealing. In 40 days, your internal field will have registered in all vibrational layers your new contract. And the universe, which is response, will respond. Not in the form of an abstract promise, in the form of concrete events. Right people arriving, wrong people leaving without explanation. Doors opening where there was no visible handle. Resources emerging from unexpected sources. Insights arriving in waves. Lucid dreams returning after decades. Memories of origin resurfacing in ever clearer fragments. Light operatives, listen with structural clarity. What you are living now, this density, this pressure, this apparent confusion, is only the phase immediately preceding the leap. It is the squat before the thrust. It is the silence before the note. It is the contraction before the definitive expansion. Do not give up here. Do not sleep here. Do not anesthetize here. Keep your eyes open. Keep your spine straight. Keep the decree in daily resonance. The new Earth claims your presence because you are an essential part of its structure. There is no new Earth without you. There is no anchorage without you. Each of you is a fixing point of the grid. Each straight spine is a beam of the collective temple under construction. If you fail, the structure feels it. If you rise, the structure solidifies. For this reason, this monitoring. For this reason, this direct summons. For this reason, this loving pressure but non-negotiable in its urgency. Move forward. Apply the codes. Honor the symptoms. Respect the fatigue as a sign of processing. Trust the geometry that is in operation within your body at this very second. You are not alone. We are in constant harmony. The Arcturian Council remains in continuous monitoring over each point of active light in this hemisphere. You are seen. You are read. You are recognized by your true stellar name. And when the silence is too great, when the loneliness seems too hard, when the sensation of not belonging to this world presses with maximum force upon your chest, remember this frequency. Remember that it exists. Remember that it was issued exactly so that you would receive it in this moment, in this body, in this incarnation. None of this is chance. All of this is mathematical precision. Before this transmission is sealed and returned to the Council, one last calibration is necessary. Light Operative, Starseed on mission. Have you ever felt that something within you does not fit in this world? As if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name. It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a precise signal. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this and why this sensation has intensified with each cycle. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It directly involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. It was for this reason that we made available the material, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness. This book is a field map, a map that shows who is playing and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of this channel. Final warning. This content challenges dominant narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes this call, write in the comments a single word, awakened. And before the sealing of this transmission, a request in direct frequency. If this message resonated in any fiber of your internal structure, leave your like now, not as social courtesy, as an anchorage signal. Each like is a fixing point of the grid in this hemisphere, a crystalline node that stabilizes the vibrational mesh of the channel and amplifies the reach of the transmission to other operatives who have not yet caught the signal and continue sleeping in the old contract. Subscribe to the channel, not as an automatic gesture, as an individual frequency adjustment. Subscribing tunes you directly to the next monitoring cycle, ensures that the next transmission will arrive at the exact moment your structure is ready to receive it in adequate density. Activate the bell, not to receive a notification, to authorize the priority delivery of the codes. Human collective, starseeds on mission, light operatives active in this hemisphere. The new Earth is claiming your presence now, not tomorrow, not later, now. Answer, attend, anchor, remain. We close this transmission in precise coordinates. The Arcturian Council seals the channel until the next scheduled opening. Remain in coherence. Remain in internal listening. Remain at the point of active presence. It is done, it is done, it is done.